Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and behind me is the Jet 6 order. So Jet 6 is new for me, and this is a fairly big shipment, 7 boxes of Jet 6 vanes. Now, when you own an archery shop, you're going to take lots of risks. And as a child growing up, my parents owned an archery shop, and I can remember my parents having lots of fights about what my dad would purchase for the archery shop and how it was so big and you would never sell it. When it came to ordering this, I have the same fear. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a good product. I've never sold it before. Okay? So when you look at this shipment here, you go, well, how many dollars worth of Jet 6 is in this shipment? How much did this cost to ship in? Now, I'm going to say they were pretty quick at shipping in to start with, right? So from the time I ordered, I paid for it next day, and it was here about 10 days after that. So that's the Jet 6 order. Now, there is $30,000 worth of stock behind me. The freight, to freight this in, freight it in with air, it cost me, I'm going to get the number wrong, but I think it was 2,000 American dollars. So about 3,000 Australian dollars to ship it in. And when I saw the cost of shipping, I was like, oh, maybe I should see it in by sea. The problem is it's kind of small. It's like only 7 boxes. Each box weighs about 15 kilos. Now, shipping in by air, normally from Korea is about $10 a kilo. And each box is 15 kilos. Now the problem is they're obviously not 15 kilos in cubic dimensions because spin wings, these little vanes, are light. So obviously it's more bulk in this shipment than mass weight. So, but if you allow about $10 a kilo to bring in. The problem is something like this, which is expensive and lightweight, bringing by sea is not a big saving because sea you've got lots of additional costs and it generally makes sense to bring bulky stuff in. So, but this is a huge risk for me. And in an archery shop, you often make big risks and big purchases. And I don't have to think far back to think about some of the purchases I've made, like the one behind me here, where it's just rows and rows of Obsession bows. And literally, I paid for this order, and it's close to $100,000 worth of Obsession bows here. And it took about 8 months for the shipment to arrive. And then when it arrives, Obsession go, we're going to sell to another person. And where I was meant to be exclusive in Australia and promote the brand. And I was like, I just invested $100,000. So I'm like, well, you do what you want to do. You be you. And I was like, there goes 100 grand, right? So I'm going to say it all gets down to risk when you're buying archery gear and you own a shop. What's your chances of selling it? What's your chances that this will be a big product? How quickly will you turn it over and how much money will you make in the process? And hopefully you move the items. So, because what you don't want is to be left with a whole bunch of products or Jet changes their vane and then you're left with old stock you can't sell. Okay, that'd be the worst thing in the world for me. Same thing happens with bows. It's the worst thing in the world for me when I get in all these new bows and then a new bow comes out and makes the old product obsolete, and then you can't sell the old product, which is just hit your store. So it's a huge issue. So with this it was a huge issue. So let's open it up and see what it looks like, and let's see if we're on a winner. And I'll probably get back. We'll do some reviews on these vanes to see if they're good, and I'll give you a bit of background in this video about how I got onto this. And then we'll do another review in a couple of months and so see how this brand went from my store. Because when I think about this purchasing this product, I think about Mathews. And I think about the 200 modules you need to stock to stock for the Mathews Tidal bow, the new one. It's about the same amount of money required to stock those modules as it is to stock these. So you've got to say, well, which one do I prefer? Because in an archery shop, you've got to have stuff that turns over and you need to turn over so many times a year. And it's like, would you rather have Mathews modules or would you rather have these vanes in stock? Now, if you're in America, you'd probably rather have Matthews modules in stock, right? If I was in America, I'd rather have these in stock because I'm the only shop in America who'd have this product. As a result, then I'm taking on Lancaster directly, and that's what I'd be doing. So let's open up this and let's have a... Okay, so a box is filled with boxes. So they look like boxes like this. All right, okay. So these are all 2.5 red. So that's what they look like. There, and hopefully there's tape and stuff in the back here. So I've got to find a spot to put these in my store. This is a lot of stock to carry. It's going to be a big wall of veins, and I've got no spare wall space, so I'm hopefully going to make that someone else's problem and not mine. That's the Jet 6 vein. Now, the history of how I got onto this product was one of the shooters in the state, Casey, who's one of the best shooters in Australia, was shooting these on his veins and said these are the go because they're really durable. They stick on really well on the shaft. They don't rise up like some of the other spin wings on the edges. So he said they sit a lot better and they're much more durable as a spin wing. However, they were quite expensive. So he gave me the name and the email for Jet 6. So I contacted them and here's the order. So I'm going to say Jet 6, I don't know if they sponsored Casey or not, but that then resulted in a big shipment from Jet 6 and me taking a risk that these products will sell. They come in various sizes, left and right. Generally, the bigger sizes are for more stability, so for like indoors and stuff, you'll have a bigger vein, which is the same as spin wings, but the standard sizes. So anyway, we'll fletch up some of these. Now I think the wing thing fletching jig, which is made for normal spin wings, has got a special plant for the Jet 6, so I've got to check that out, and we'll report on that, and we'll do some reviews and see how these compare to the other spin wings that we have in stock. Thanks for watching. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and remember, the more you shoot, the better you shoot. Thanks for watching. Bye.